Well, I certainly believe we should probably take a rest, yes?
I have gone through most of my spells. What were those things?
I do not know.
They were awful.
Is everyone all right?
No.
Malovic,
No.
do you see anything in there? Any other creatures moving about?
I will look around. I will go past the area where they were. Look in the corners over here.
Yeah, the brick around here just kind of mostly looks old. Give me a perception check, Malabik.
Okay. 21.
I think you can tell, like, down here, the brick looks a little bit newer on the western wall.
I'll go up there, up to that wall and put my hand in front of it to see if I feel any air coming through cracks or if there's any indications of hollowness.
Sure. Yeah, you can feel probably a little bit different. I think it's the smell more than anything that gets you. You can smell like a little bit of that sewer
Disgusting
smell.
Yeah. Seems like this wall leads to the other half of the sewer, or at least the other side where we were before.
I see. So there's nothing else in the room then?
Not that I can see.
All right. Well, perhaps we finish up taking care of our Celia. Karun, you were working on getting a vaccine prepared, yes? For the evening?
I had planned on it, yes. Until I had decided to engage in a new career as a punching bag.
And, Arashok, darling, I will reach into the bag of holding and hold out the leather gloves that we found previously. Do you think you might be able to, during our preparations for the evening, take a look at this?
Oh, yes. You believe these are magical in some way?
Well, I do not know, but I assume you would be the best to gauge it.
Very well.
We also had some liquids and whatnot that might be useful to take a look at.
Yes, I stored them away in the hopes that Karun might take a look.
I love liquids.
Yes.
Alright, well, I am going to go and look at those and work on the vaccine and heave.
Right. I'll continue helping our Celia.
Very well. Are we returning with Olwyn? Back upstairs.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I don't know, Olwyn. Are we returning back upstairs? Is there more that you need to tell us?
I am unaware of anything else that the doctor has done. As I said, this was one of the only areas of the lab that he led me to, or had me clean. Unfortunately, I was unaware and unprepared of whatever those creatures were. Is anyone badly injured?
Yes. Yes, I am injured.
Feet within an inch of my life, but I'll be okay.
I believe we all took some bruises and beatings from whatever those creatures were.
Then I think it is best that we tend to your wounds. Yes?
Indeed.
Oh, yes.
Just make sure that no one comes down here.
Yes, I will make sure to keep this place locked. And
Excellent.
if you would like, I can hold on to the key, or you can hold on to it, whichever you prefer.
We will hold on to it, if that is all right.
Very well.
Apparently there were 2 keys to get down here, at the least. One that was spoken by someone that was hidden somewhere in a fireplace. We do not know if that person was deterring us or not.
Perhaps I will ask the rest of the staff to see if they are aware of this key. And
It's strange if they would be, seeing that they act like they didn't even know that the door existed besides Esmeralda.
yes, I will ask them nonetheless. And
Yeah.
if you wish, I will guard the entrance here.
Yes, that would be good. Is that agreeable, Marvik?
Yes. Guard it from the top. One entrance is easier to guard than many.
Indeed.
Also be wary. Whatever was keeping what the creatures and things that the doctor was experimenting on down here may find their ways to the surface. If there were bonds, rituals, deals done with devils and demons, those contracts will more than likely be broken, which means they may run wild.
That is troubling, to say the least. I think
What do you think, Malavik, of us having our other companions guard the entrance to study hall?
You mean as in Deniki?
Indeed.
I do not think they're equipped to take on demons or any other creatures that have been altered by the doctor.
So do you wish to guard it?
I can do that.
Right.
I think it is time that someone else pulled their weight around here, certainly. Let them take care of the watching for a moment, while I go upstairs and work.
Well, you can definitely go upstairs and work. I'm just afraid that we may lose more companions. From my understanding.
Shadows. She's gone.
Before you leave, Karun, apologies.
What? Ow, what?
I've looked at these gloves here. There is something magical about them.
Really?
Yes.
Like what?
I do not know. Perhaps you can study these gloves to see what they might do.
All right. Yes, I will do that.
These
Also,
copper cables are quite unwieldy.
I'll
Right,
cast
I'll
lay
take
on
those.
hands on Karun before she heads off, since she won't be in the room. Darling?
Ah, yes. Ooh, zapped me. What? What was that?
That was me mending the beating that you just took.
Oh. I feel better
Karun's
already.
wounds begin to heal up.
Oh, right.
All right.
Like the shadow, she's
Upstairs.
gone.
Aren't we all going upstairs? Whatever.
I know I am rather fatigued. It would be
Yes,
good
let
for me.
us- I guess we'll all head upstairs.
Very well.
Please allow me. I will guard the door outside. Once I have spoken to the staff.
You're right.
Very good. Thank you.
So, you all adjourn back up to Ritalson Manor. As you, I think, kind of catch your breath for a second, you know, obviously you run into the staff who are still very shaken up by the events that have happened. You know, you all have sort of interrogated them a bit, and they are obviously, you know, frightened for their future and what could happen here. So there's obviously a few moments where everyone is kind of recollecting themselves and trying to figure out what to do next. We find the majority of our Gatewalkers adjourning to their rooms to recover and rest. Arcelia sits with a disease that is being tended to by Yara and being assisted by Karun, who is working on a vaccine. Karun, please make me a crafting check, and this will determine your studying of the various items in the stash that you've picked up in the lab here.
Now, because of the copper thing, do I have specialty crafting for blacksmithing enabled for this?
So this is just basically an identification kind of thing.
All right, so just basically.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
25?
Sure. So this is going to determine like how long it takes you to kind of like figure out what everything is. So I'm going to say 25 is probably just enough to make this not take like a good chunk of the day.
All right.
Because there's a bunch of stuff here that you haven't seen before. And you begin to figure out what it is, doing various tests and things. Let's start with the gloves. The gloves are telekinetic converters.
Huh.
You think they're worth about 1,950 gold pieces or so.
All right. Well,
they're essentially like thick leather gloves that have thick copper cables leading from the gloves to leads that you attach to what you can only be figuring out must be the sides of someone's head, effectively. They are specifically to effectively give you some telekinetic abilities. They can allow you to cast telekinetic projectile as an occult cantrip, heightened to a spell level equal to half your level rounded up. They can also allow you to cast your choice of telekinetic haul or telekinetic maneuver as a 5th level occult spell, consuming one of your unexpended spell slots of the same level as if you had used it to cast the spell.
hey, lizard. Hey, lizard.
Yes.
Come over here. Come over here.
Trying
Come
to
over.
rest.
No, come over here. I want to try something. Here, put these leads on your head.
Yeah, on the
It's
front
right
of
there
my
on the
forehead.
side. Yeah, on the side of your head. All right.
Oh, on the side. All right.
On the sides, okay?
Yes.
You feel anything?
No.
About now. I'm sorry.
Wonderful torture device.
Oh, good to know.
Is that
What?
their function?
No, I'm still figuring it out. I think it is mostly for telekinetic purposes, but it is a good torture device, I think.
Is there a low setting, maybe?
Tickles your brain, tickles your brain.
Well,
Nothing?
I just meant perhaps the power was too high.
Oh, maybe, perhaps. Well, gonna let you hang on to these for a while. Maybe see if Yara can do anything with them.
Very well.
You've also determined that several of the other items have quite a bit of use as well.
Oh.
One of the, let's see, you got a bunch of other items. You have 4 potions that you found.
Ooh,
That's right.
like potions.
First and foremost, you find a winter wolf elixir.
Oh no, I found a furry potion.
Oh my god.
It warms your core and improves
Come
your
on, Wack.
circulation. For 24 hours, you are protected from the effects of severe cold.
Wow. But you have to talk in ooh voice the whole time.
Improves my circulation.
You've also found...
Improves your circulation.
Oh my god.
Snatch his posters now.
You've also found a psychic colors elixir. This orange liquid lets you visibly detect the psychic energies that enable telekinesis and telepathy. For the next minute, you can sense if a creature you can see is using a telepathic or telekinetic ability, such as the telepathy monster ability, spells like telekinetic projectile or telepathic bond or similar abilities. You can sense if an object or creature you can see is being manipulated or contacted by such an ability. Both the user and the target of the ability are outlined in faint shimmers of matching color. Now, what I will say is you can tell that these are infused elixirs, which mean they're only good for a day.
Oh no.
Yeah.
For a whole day? That's not bad.
Yep. You also find a cognitive mutagen. Moderate cognitive mutagen.
Oh, I know what that is.
Yeah. Your mind becomes clear and cognition flows freely, but physical matters seem ephemeral. Basically, you get a bonus to Arcana, Crafting, Lore, Occultism, and Society checks, and Recall Knowledge. They take a -2 penalty to weapon and unarmed attack rolls, athletics checks, and acrobatics checks.
Gross. Let's keep that away from me.
It would be funny.
You also find a comprehension elixir, a greater comprehension elixir.
I know some people who could use that one.
Yeah.
The media literacy elixir.
This bitter draft opens your mind to the potential of the written word. For the listed duration, after drinking this elixir, you can understand any words you read, so long as they are written in a common language. This elixir doesn't automatically allow you to understand codes or extremely esoteric passages. You still need to attempt a skill check to decipher writing, and it lasts 10 minutes. And the last thing that you determine with the help of a Rashtak is a magical item, and it is an amulet. The Pendant of the Occult. This amulet is hollow and shaped in the form of an unblinking eye. Its cavity typically holds some fragment of occult text. While wearing the pendant, you gain a +2 item bonus to occultism checks, and you can cast the guidance cantrip as an occult innate spell. Activation is 10 minutes. So I guess it is active for 10 minutes, and you can use it once per day.
I will tell the rest of the group all of these things and just arrange them on the table and just tell them to pick whatever thing they think is
Wait, what was the last one again?
most appropriate.
It's a pendant of the occult. While wearing the pendant, you gain a +2 item bonus to occultism checks, and you can cast the guidance cantrip as an occult innate spell. And I guess it says activate 10 minutes, cast a spell. I think that is because it's as long as you wear it, you just get a +2 item bonus to occult checks.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But I don't know what the activate 10 minutes
Oh, that's
means.
for dream message. If you look down, it says for the activate, you cast dream message at 4th rank.
Yeah. And that allows you to send a message to your target's dream. The message is one way up to 1 minute of speech. If the target is asleep, they receive the message instantly. If not, they receive it the next time they sleep.
Ooh, I like that.
And as soon as they receive it, the spell ends, and you know the message was sent.
There ain't no Karoon's message.
Oh God, maybe we shouldn't give it to her.
I would like that
So
one.
you actually, when you use this, you do cast it at the 4th rank as well. So you can target up to 10 creatures you know by name and have met in person. And you must send the same message to all of them.
But it also is a plus to occultism and whatnot.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Conducting mass dream terrorism.
Cat facts.
Interesting.
Imagine you just send cat facts to people every night. 10 people.
No. I think I'd like to play with the gloves, if that is all right with everyone else.
Absolutely.
Very well.
Yeah, otherwise those elixirs and mutagen, they will expire basically tomorrow morning. From what you could tell, Karun, it seems like Dr. Ritalson like whipped those up.
Karun,
Yes.
I've heard you talking about this before, but I could
Yes.
be mistaking. I don't understand all of this liquid purging and stuff. But
Understandable.
can't
Yes.
you break down these and learn their
No,
position?
it is as though I had made them myself with hair. Although I am not sure what bodily part is used from Dr. Ritalson. Could be anything really, clippings of some sort.
There is a formula
Skins.
book, Karun.
Oh. Well, I'll just take a look at his formula book.
All right.
That is
I
also
would
in the stash.
Absolutely want
And-
to read the formula book.
Yeah, that is also in the stash, and if you
It's pricey.
if you
Mhm.
it's right underneath the elixirs and things in the stash there. But you can see it gives you access to moderate alchemist fire, cognitive mutagen moderate, comprehension elixir greater, elixir of life moderate, psychic colors elixir, vat grown brain, and winter wolf elixir. So basically,
oh, so
this
all
stuff
the
I can make
elixirs.
those now.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah,
go.
they're all
You don't-
ours.
Oh,
you don't even have to break those down.
fantastic.
You
Yeah, I
have-
don't have to
Moderate
break those
elixirs of
down.
life too. That's gnarly.
Well, I already know how to make them because of this, the book that I've been reading. Remember how I have always been telling you to read the books you are constantly stealing?
You've been
Now-
reading the books on the way up,
But you-
like we just got them.
You've never told me that.
I've
And I
said
do
this many
read.
times. Nobody reads.
I
What?
read all
Anymore.
the time.
I read
Like
all
in
the
my
time.
day.
At least I try.
Look, I'm going to be reading this formula book for a while. Already scribbling in it, already dog-earing the pages, writing in the margins, scrawling like a serial killer in the margins.
I will take the comprehension elixir. How long does this last?
Lasts for 10 minutes,
Oh,
I think, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
I will
it
be
lasts for
back.
10 minutes. It is, think of it, if for only 10 minutes you could learn how to read. Among other things,
I'm learning how to read.
you could learn how to read good.
Mm.
You could read good and do other things good too.
I'll snatch the potion up and I'm going to go for a walk. Be back once you're done tending to everyone else's wounds.
Good.
Of course.
And I will leave.
Very well. Okay. So it's still kind of early in the day. I imagine it's probably like by the time everybody sort of settles back into their rooms, brings the loot back, for Karun and Arash talk to figure out. We'll call it. It's probably like 10:30 by then in the morning.
Right. I'll probably be treating wounds all day as a heads up for everyone then.
Okay. Let's see. So yeah, it's I think Malvik, you and Karun had some damage on you, but I think you healed Karun. Did you apply that healing, Karun?
Yes, I applied it last time.
I re-rolled that natural one
Okay.
as a heads up, but it still failed because I tried it at a master rank.
Yeah.
God damn it, I'm still not ready for this.
Okay. What do you imagine the difference is from like the high-ranking treat wounds to some of the
So-
lower ones for you?
So I think that some of the medicines are a little more potent that I'm using, and also perhaps the magic that I'm trying to facilitate the speeding of this process as well, is I have it in my grasp, but I've not yet fully closed my hand around it, if that makes any sense at all.
Mhm.
So I'm trying some new techniques, and it's not quite working here.
Okay. I'm just wondering what those new techniques look like. Is it like
Maybe a new stitching method here
okay.
or there. I accidentally poked Karoon in her titty, you know.
I've,
Ow!
Oh, God, I'm so
All right.
sorry.
Why?
I was trying to focus so hard on this thing on your arm that I accidentally slipped.
Do it again.
What?
You won't? Do it again.
I
Oh,
poked
ow,
you in the
I'm so
tit
wounded.
again.
I'm so wounded. Ah. No?
That doesn't hurt you.
Right.
No,
Later,
I'm asking.
then.
This doesn't hurt you. Poke. Is it because of the drugs, or do you just have a high pain tolerance?
No, it's because they are very fake.
Oh, you had work done.
No, yes, most certainly.
Oh. Well, they're lovely.
Mutagen. Thank you.
They're lovely. Yes.
Mutagen.
Excellent. Well, I could have gone my whole life without knowing that.
Cross that one off the old backstory list.
Wonderful!
Anyway,
I will just use continual recovery to continue treating wounds, but I'm not going to do any fancy-dancy doodah stuff anymore. So whoever wants the healing, I can do it up to 4. I'm taking some of it.
for some reason, whenever you do like the higher level healing, I just imagine you have more apparatus, like apparatus upon yourself, you know?
Oh, yes. All sorts of things.
Got like that classic giant metal ring, you know? That doctor's circle. What is it called? You know what I'm talking about?
The
The-
reflector.
oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. What did that actually do? I don't even know. Got one of those, you know. Just got like a lot of scalpels for some reason.
The floor is just covered in all sorts of apparatus, and it looks like Karoon's laboratory, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Karoon, I've added those formula to your crafting list there,
Thank you.
and yeah. So now you can potentially make a Vacheron brain. Congratulations.
It was always going to happen.
And we'll assume that you spend most of the day just kind of resting and trying to treat wounds and stuff. Now, I think we made a check already for the disease, right? We did that?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a normal success, not a critical, so it is a +2. And then the item bonus from whatever the vaccine does.
Sure. Malavik has left. Malavik, what are you doing with your day?
Oops. I am looking around to make sure the coast is clear, and I sneak to the library. Or, in my sense, the small, discounted pleasure house.
Okay. I imagine there's quite a big library here in Liepestad.
It was comparing it to Casheville.
Hmm.
And I walk in and I look around and try to make out the bindings of books, maybe the biggest, thickest, most intimidating looking book.
Yeah. Okay.
And-
It's probably like an encyclopedia or something along those lines.
Yeah, maybe like the mysteries of Galarian or something that would be useful for me to figure out things. So There goes that exploration. So I'll grab like 3 or 4 books and go in a corner way in the back and splay them out.
Now, you had about 10 minutes to find this library, or did you go to the Ritalson Manor library? Just to be clear.
Oh, the library is in the manor.
Well, they have a library in the manor. I'm just clarifying.
Yeah.
You went to the one in the manor. Because
Right,
it only
correct.
the potion only lasts 10 minutes, so I imagine you still have.
Oh, I didn't drink it.
Yeah.
I didn't drink it yet.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll just grab the most intimidating looking books. I can make out some words and stuff. Like I would make out the word Galarian, things that are common said all the time since I've been studying with Arcelia. And I will pound the potion and spend the next 10 minutes looking at the books and then being surprised at how much it's almost like runes turning into words. I don't have the buff or anything. Where's it? Nobody gave me the potion. I just.
Yeah. So the comprehension elixir. Yeah, it's basically like, imagine, you have like perfect reading comprehension. Basically, it's like you only have to read through something once, and you can like speed read it effectively.
Yeah, I'd be going through the pages. It's like a whole new world's opening up. Like magic circles being cracked and new mysteries and findings. And I'm just tearing through it, almost addicted to it. I'm like holding the bottle up and tapping it to get more of the liquid out if there's any, which is probably none. And I'm constantly pulling through books as fast as I can.
All right. Well, here's what you read about. An excerpt from the Encyclopedia Galarianica. Volume 12. Ustalav and the Shrouded Realms. Liepidstadt and the Hungry Mountains. Located in the shadow of the imposing Hungry Mountains, the city of Liepidstadt stands as a bastion of learning and culture amidst the dark lands of Ustalav. Founded centuries ago, Liepidstadt has grown into a hub of intellectual pursuit, largely thanks to the prestigious Liepidstadt University. Known for its emphasis on science, natural philosophy, and alchemical study, the university draws scholars from across Galarian. Their nearby Hungry Mountains, a treacherous range to the east, which is actually, I don't think that's east, I think they are south, but conceal ancient secrets and foreboding ruins, including the infamous Lichgate Ayudara, an inactive elven portal said to predate even Ustalav's founding. Though many believe it lost, whispered rumors among local scholars suggest it lies deep within a hidden mountain valley, reachable only through forgotten paths. Travelers and treasure hunters are warned. The mountains are not only home to natural dangers, but also to lingering undead and ancient wards designed to protect the gate from intruders. Those daring enough to seek the Lich Gate should arm themselves with both knowledge and steel. Liepidstadt University remains a critical source of information, though its archives hold more questions than answers about the portal's true nature. This is interesting to you, Malavik, because you thought most of these books that were about the Ayudara were placed inside like that lab or like somewhere in there. You guys got a bunch of books and stuff that you swiped from the from that private area of the lab that you found, and this is the kind of thing that should be in there, and it was probably missed.
I'll grab that book and place it in my waist bag. Then I would like to look on, what was the place? What was the forest called?
The Shutterwood?
Shutterwood.
Okay. Oops, hold on, sorry. Should be No token vision. There we go. Get a general map of Ustalov that you find. It's one of those like encyclopedia maps, though. You know, like it's kind of small.
Kinda dated.
Yeah, it's small. Yeah. It fits in a book. You know, so you can't really use that to like navigate properly. It's just more informational than anything else. And yeah, looking into the Shutterwood. You find that mostly just general information on it. It is located almost entirely within Lozeri County, and it covers most of that county to the point that it is synonymous with that county. There's a small part of the wood in eastern Vineland. Many rivers flow through it, including the Blue Straw, the Calsqua, the Mothburn, and the Moutre, and as well as the Troll's Tail. The Dipplemare Swamp lies in the Vineland portion of the wood, and it is infamous for wolves and werewolves.
All right. Is my 10 minutes up?
I'd say probably about that.
Whoops. Okay. I will grab both books. Then I'll open up a third and start scrolling, and it's almost like, I guess, well, as an example, the words will be clear and then they start getting blurry, so to speak, in my mind. And I'll like slam my fist down on the book. God! And then I'll pick up the books that I do know about and stack the rest on a corner of the table, because I won't know where they go back. And then I'll look back at the books and be like, I need more of that potion. And I will walk to the library's desk. And just kind of stare at the backlogs, trying to see if anything makes sense after all I read. Any words make sense?
Yeah, I imagine you have a little bit of comprehension for some of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of general kind of knowledge from what you can see. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
I guess more so I want to know if I retained anything.
Oh yeah, all of the stuff that you read as when you took the comprehension elixir for sure.
Okay, great.
I think that's its purpose, really. You know.
Yeah, to help you learn fast. And I'll bite my lip and then walk out and prepare myself to say nice things to Karun as I make my way back to the rooms with the others.
Sure. You probably hear Karun like mixing potions.
I know what that sound is, and I'll walk out. And then just walk to the other room where Yara and Narcia is.
Yeah, you can see Yara just sort of tending to Arcelia, I guess.
Yeah, I'll just sit in the corner, back against the wall, holding a book, opening it up, looking through the pages.
Sure thing. Okay. So while everybody's kind of getting tended to, you can hear probably like Olwyn sort of talking to the staff and whatnot and asking them about the key. Esmeralda mentioned something about seeing Dr. Ritalson with the key in one of the rooms. And said something about it like being hidden someplace, but it didn't seem like she really knew much about it. And Owen just kind of talks to the rest of the staff and mentions like, I will be watching one of the doors. But it is imperative that you do not go downstairs, nor should you let anyone in the city know about what has transpired here today. Rest assured, we will need to speak to them at some point, but for now, we will leave things up in the air until their investigations are done. Are there any questions that you may have?
Are we prisoners here?
We are not prisoners, Esmeralda, but for now, it is important that we do not leave the manor. The rest of the Gatewalkers, as well as myself, we must find as much information as possible before we are to leave this place. You understand?
Yes and no. I was hoping that we would be able to get out of this place. It is very troubling to know that there are monsters underneath these very floors.
For now, the Gatewalkers have suggested that we keep an eye out on both of the entrances to the lab. We will be calling upon some of our other guests to assist with this. But it is troubling, you are correct. Hopefully, all of this can be settled with your help.
Very well. I would like to spend most of this time in my room if that is all right.
It is understandable.
Is this being said next to us? Near us?
Yeah, because I mean, you were kind of keeping an eye on them.
I would like to smell Esmeralda.
Okay. Do you just walk up to her and sniff?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll be around like her neck area.
What are you doing?
I don't believe that Esmeralda is who she says she is. There's something strange about her. I would like to either make a perception check or consult with the hawk.
Okay. It's up to you. What do you want to do?
Since we made the deal and we are essentially linked, I would like to consult with the hawk as I take the smell and as a heightened sense of some sort, and to see if they feel the same way I do, that something's off.
Okay. How do you do this?
As I walk up to Esmeralda, I'll close my eyes, and my eyes will kind of roll in the back of my head. And when I take when I sniff, it doesn't sound normal. It almost sounds like when I smell. So it's more of a guttural sense.
And I'm trying to take in all the senses and relay it back. Something isn't right. Or is it just me being overcautious? I do not smell those changelings, those doppelgangers. Demons, maybe sulfur. You are overcautious. This one has the fear stench. Yeah. Fine.
forgive me, Esmeralda. Sometimes my instincts take over.
Instincts to kill?
Not today. Well, not now at least. Let's just say that I'm being overcautious to make sure that you are not in danger.
Can you please stop smelling me now? Otherwise, you might smell something different in a moment.
No. She is clean. I will say
Ow.
to Erlen.
Perhaps we can allow them to return to their tasks and their rooms now?
Yes, it seems as if they have passed for now. But loyalty, that's a different story. You should take ownership now, today, here. Allow them to have some kind of leader. They run around like meat with no thought but of fear. You have to take a stance. You technically rule this place anyway. You need to set the precedent now. Show them that there is nothing to fear while you are here. Otherwise, they may lead to be distraction and or they may be bait. Demons smell fear as if it's candy.
Alright. All of you may return to your rooms. Perhaps it is not necessary, but I will say it again. Please do not leave the manor for now. We should have plenty of food and water for our needs for at least several days. At the very least, there's no reason to leave for now. You may return to your rooms and any tasks that you may have. We will determine what our next steps will be over the coming days. And remember, the Gatewalkers are here to find out what has happened. They're not here to hurt you.
We are here to protect you. Excuse my overcautiousness, but I have to be. When my companions are put in danger, well, my patience runs thin. But you have proven yourselves somewhat worthy. And I trust that you will do the right thing. You do not have to listen to me, but to him. It will be in your best interest as we secure this area to make sure no threats come to you in the middle of the night. I apologize for my words earlier, but I did mean them. If any harm was to come to my companions, I will take action. I'm sure you can all understand.
They look at each other very warily. That being said, please return to your rooms and go about your business through the manner as you normally would. However, do not go down into the laboratory or the doctor's office. And please keep in mind that we will be guarding the doors to the laboratory. For your safety and for ours. Alright?
Alright, Alwyn. Alright, Alwyn. Yes.
Alright. Please, go about your business. Staff begins to get up and move about their day. Karoon, I assume that you are you resting before you are making the vaccine? Because you kind of have to rest for like the whole day, pretty much.
Oh, yes.
Okay. All right. Very well. So, Yara, you won't really have access to the vaccine tonight because it's going to take 24 hours for Karoon to rest to make more stuff. You're out of your other ingredients, right, Karoon?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, if you are resting for the rest of the day, we can do the disease check, effectively.
All right, that's going to be a +2 for her check.
It's just a flat D20.
Indeed, right? Against the DC of the triggering effect.
Yeah. Okay. The Bazadyrond, which is just about one of the craziest names that I have heard for a monster. I think it's up there. I think it's probably top 5. Top 5. Let's see here. Bazadyrond. Okay. The Bazadyrond spores.
It might be like fortitude or something.
It is.
Not sure.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Let's see. I'm just curious if the roll, if it is the same. Like, is it a saving throw or is it just a flat roll? I can't remember.
Let me look and see diseases.
It's remove disease, right?
Well, are you talking about like the skill I used, or are you talking about?
Well, it's treat disease. Treat disease.
Mm-hmm.
Spend at least 8 hours caring for a diseased creature. Attempt a medicine check against the disease DC, and that's the roll you've done already, right?
Yes.
You did that roll.
Yeah. So now when she does her check, she gets the bonus 2, but she still has to make a check. It's not like I can save her from it. Essentially.
Right. Her body has to fight it off. Okay. This is an affliction. Okay. Just got to see what the roll is here. When you're first exposed, you can attempt a saving throw. First attempt to save off the infliction is called the initial save. The affliction usually requires a fortitude save. Blah, blah, blah. If you fail the initial saving, so you advance to stage 1. At the end of a stage's listed interval, you attempt a new saving throw. On a success, you reduce the stage by 1, so it is a saving throw. Okay. So it's
And the disease doesn't have the virulent trait, right? Because I remember that made my
Correct.
situation. Oh.
Yeah, it does
Alright,
not have
excellent.
the virulent trait. So it says 1 round for each of the stages. Does that mean stages mean when you reach a given stage of the affliction, the subject at the end of a stage's listed interval. So this is technically we were supposed to do this at the end of every round if it says 1 round. Oof. So it can escalate to stage 3 in 3 rounds. Wow. Okay, so we goofed on that. Okay. So the maximum duration for this is technically 6 rounds. So I'm going to say we don't have to make a roll for this. It should have been worse during the combat. And then beyond that, it can't last more than 6 rounds.
So it ends afterwards. That's good.
Yeah.
All right.
It should have just ended afterwards. Okay. So basically, this is like some bronchitis like symptoms, I think, throughout the day. We'll just say. But I don't think we have to make another roll here, because we can just assume that it got to the worst stage, and after the most of the day, it begins to clear up. All right. But we'll say that you tend to Arcelia throughout most of the day and just kind of help. Imagine somebody just with some nasty bronchitis for a day, and lots of coughing and gross stuff, and otherwise you can all rest for the day. We're gonna assume that 20, basically you rest through the day, just kind of relaxing, and you get a bunch of naps in and some sleep, unless you wanted to do anything else during the day.
I think the only thing that I would like to do is I would like to look over that map that we found journeying to the North Pole.
Sure.
So I would probably venture into somewhere that has a table. I would assume like the library has a
Got a conservatory.
table. Yeah, so I'll go into the conservatory, and if anybody wants to join me, obviously I'll let you all know. But I'm going to spread the map out along the table and see if I can make any sense of it.
Sure thing. Yeah, and you have another Gatewalker in the manor that is an expert with cartography. Do you speak to Iasandin?
Oh, yes. I would probably go and try to seek them out to see if they might be able to assist me with this at all.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. This is sort of a detailed expedition route that is tracking through to the North Pole. It's a very durable map that appears to be on some kind of hide that Iasandin chimes in and says, yes, this is Yeti hide. Very durable. Often maps of the North will be made of such a material to weather the harsh conditions.
Interesting. Probably so that it doesn't rip.
Yes. Often it is folded or rolled up. You can put it in a scroll case. They work well.
Excellent, all right. And, this route, are you able to make any sense of it at all?
I have not personally traveled that way, but from what I can tell, it appears that it starts in a strange location. It is making some sort of an assumption that, you are starting from something called the Ice Gate.
The Ice Gate? Interesting, all right.
Otherwise, this is a harsh journey. You'll be traveling through extreme weather conditions and extreme cold.
I see. Do you have any recommendations for what we would likely want to bring on such a journey?
Oh, yes. Food that doesn't easily spoil. Water. Definitely water. You will find water, I'm sure, along the frozen routes, but you will want to make sure that you have fresh water at all times. You can't be sure where you will easily find it, or if you will be able to easily start a fire. If anyone has the capabilities of any sort of magical protections against the cold, that is, of course, a very strong recommendation. Climbing gear. You will need some sort of winter clothing, certainly. Very good winter clothing. You will need snowshoes. You will need Well, we will need something to climb on ice. Climbing gear will be important. Perhaps some sort of sled to carry any supplies that you might need.
All right. I see. Excellent. Well, thank you, Ayasand, I appreciate it.
Ways to start fires. If you are able to do so magically, that's wonderful, but you should always have a backup. One of the
Right.
most important things when traveling in any sort of survival environment is to always have a backup for anything that you try to do.
Particularly if there's any sort of, like, nullification of magic and things of that nature. That is a good idea.
You never know what to expect. And again, I haven't traveled a route like this myself, but having a guide and having a map are two different things.
Indeed.
From what you've
Right.
said, it appears that one of Snowy Owl's companions is a guide of sorts.
Yes, they are.
That will be helpful.
All right. I'll keep this in mind. So you say it starts with the ice gate. I suppose I should look around and see if I can find anything then on wherever this location is. You've been most helpful, Ayasand, and thank you so much.
I am thankful to be alive, and I do not know if that would... Well, if I would be dead right now if it wasn't for you. So this is the least that I can do.
Well, I am very glad that we were able to protect you. It was a very, very terrible fight.
Yes. I saw
Say-
the aftermath.
Do you know which way the Shutterwood is from here? Is it to the north or is it to, like, the east or something?
East.
It is east, alright.
Yes.
Excellent.
Approximately, it should take you 2 days to get there. Well, from what you've said, to the gate.
Okay, excellent. Well, I am going to go ahead and peruse this collection and see if we can find any sort of information on this ice gate. You've been immensely helpful.
I'm glad I could help.
Thank you. And from there, I'm just going to go ahead and peruse the library, or even the collection of books that we have found as well, if I can't find anything in the library, on this ice gate to see if I'm able to find anything.
Sure. Okay. So, let's see. I don't know if you have found any of that stuff. You have what you have.
Mhm.
So, if it is not in the stash, and it's not on that map, you don't have it. If you're going to
Right.
spend some time in the library... So just to be clear, I meant like out of the books. You meant like out of the books that you gathered?
Yes,
Yeah.
so looking in the library, looking through the books, seeing if I can find anything about the north in particular, but I'm mostly fixating on this ice gate.
Yeah. So the expedition map, let's see. Okay, it looks like this. How about we turn off token vision? Sorry. There we go. Kind of a straight shot.
Indeed. Based off of my knowledge of, or even like if I'm able to find some sort of map of Galarian, or even of this area, do I get the idea perhaps that is to the east, or perhaps the map is like rotated and it's north?
Oh, let's see. I imagine... Where's my stuff? did I have? I don't know if I brought the world map over here. So I imagine that it looks to you. Give me a survival check.
Ooh, I am. Good. May I cast guidance upon myself for this one?
That's what it's for.
Excellent. All right. I'll just add a +1 modifier so that it's easy peasy. +1 guidance. 15. I'm not very good at survival.
Okay. It's not that hard because you have maps.
Actually, it would be a 16 with guidance. I don't know. I didn't add.
So, yeah, it's not that hard because you have maps. I'm going to say that, yeah, you can't get exactly, like, figure out exactly where this stuff is. But yeah, it's the equivalent of being northwest, you think? It's hard to tell, you know, because, you know, the world is a sphere and you've got flat maps, right? And a lot of times these maps aren't properly adjusted for the curve of the world. So it's tricky to tell exactly, but from what you can tell, it seems like it's mostly just north, and maybe a little west.
All right, and that's from Liebigstadt, where we are at the moment. All right, so northwest. All right.
This, if you were to walk without using the gate, that's a major trip.
All right, and
this expedition is already like a lot.
Having lined it up, do I have any sort of idea, I suppose, of like, is the ice gate, so you said it's northwest, about how far measurement-wise do you think, or how many days would I assume?
From the ice gate to the destination?
From Liebigstadt to the ice gate.
Oh. Thousands of miles?
Oh. Oh. Well, that's quite far.
Valerian's a really big world as well.
So that brings into question whether or not it would be some sort of we would need a caravan, or if we'd be able to find some way in the city to teleport to such a location. I would assume that would be something with some sort of arcane circle, which we don't have.
Well, we can assume that Yara's doing this research, and I imagine people would pop in throughout the day.
Yes, I'm not
you guys
solo.
I thought we were resting. Sorry.
Well, you are, but resting doesn't mean sleeping.
Oh.
Resting means not doing any crazy activities throughout the day.
Oh, then I would be in the library for sure then.
Yeah.
I thought we had to be forced to sleep.
You do not have to sleep. Effectively,
Oh, yeah, I'll be in my corner.
eventually you have to get like 8 hours or so, but you don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to sleep for 24 hours.
Okay, great. That's good to know. All right, then
it's like not doing any heavy lifting effectively, you know, with
no
the resting.
physical.
Yeah, no physical, and no like crazy mental activities throughout the day either. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
So-
I mean, if you see me, you see me. I'll just be in the corner.
But from what you can tell, Yara, from this information that you've gathered, the Lich Gate is in the Shutterwood, and it appears to connect to the Ice Gate.
Aha! Malevich, darling. Garoon, anyone around, Rostock, I don't know. Come.
Yes.
I'll have 2 books in tow coming towards you.
I think I have an idea of where our destination lies and how to get there. So, and I take out the Shutterwood map and I line it up and everything, trying to make it decent in appearance to everybody, presentation. So, the ice gate here, right? This is where that journey north takes place. However, to get to the ice gate from where we are, which is a point on the map here in Liebigstadt, that's thousands of miles. We would not be able to do that very quickly if we're trying to do this whole, save the world thing from this black frost whale, yada yada. So, pointing towards the Shutterwood map, this gate here, I believe that it leads to the ice gate.
What gate is it?
What was the name of it again? I'm so sorry.
The one in the
The
Shutterwood?
Lich Gate?
Yeah.
I'll
Yes.
drop a book down. I have learned everything about the Lich Gate possible. I've read this book front to back.
Okay. So,
It is
What about it?
possible. It will be a trial, a test of sorts, protected by undead, ward magic, necromancy, highly protected, very dangerous gate. That is. So we must be prepared to go into something.
right.
It is
Prepared to
meant
fight the
to
undead.
keep people completely out of. I would assume that that gate will probably more than likely connect to the ice gate, is why it is heavily protected. And if it is, then it's probably getting aid from an outside source as well. If they are undead, it means there more than likely will be a necromancer. If there's a necromancer or a lich, we're in for a test.
Very well.
And
I
this
suppose we
book,
don't have an option.
I'll drop another book down. This is all about the Shutterwood. We have to prepare for a lot of things there. Shutterwood is large.
Hmm.
Have you ever faced a werewolf before?
No, I can't say that I have.
Well, very formidable foes.
The Shutterwood has lycanthropy.
Well, we are in Liepestad, which means there are the families here. The traveling families.
Well, we do have a fury
Varisians.
potion now, so.
So the Varisians are all about this area. I've seen them in town. Didn't know much about them. But they are beautiful folk. Charming, enchanting. They put on live shows of some sort. And if you've seen like the dancing that's going on in town or the magicians that are around town, those are Varisians. They go back to an old family. Bloodlines are thick. Werewolves. Vampires. It could be all sorts of things in a Shutterwood. But if we do run into this group, we do not want to make them an enemy, more like prove ourselves. I tried to read more on it, but the potion wore off.
Well, do you know what language it is in?
It's in the book is in common.
It is in common.
Yeah, yes.
All right.
It's
well-
just some words I just need more
That
time.
is-
Alright.
that is all right.
Yara, you also notice, as you're sort of pouring through the map, there is a few notes that you find along with the map. First and foremost, this appears to be a proposed route, not an actual path. There are some markers on the map with some dangers and waypoints. One has its own note, and it says, "Ruined Temple. Did I leave the yurt here?"
The yurt? How do you just leave a yurt there?
What's that yet?
It's like some sort of housing, essentially. At any rate, this journey to the Shutterwood is going to be very dangerous, so obviously we should look into making sure that we are well prepared for that. And this journey up north, if we are trying to take this ice gate, essentially, we very much so need to make sure we are prepared for this cold weather. I can perhaps prey on some magics, but that is about all I can do, other than buying things.
Do we need to switch out of our clothing and
Yes.
buy more for us? Karun,
Yes?
when you're making your daily supplies of doodads and potions. Could you possibly make me a few concentration? I think they were called.
Oh, you would like a
Circle of
doodad and
perception.
potion?
I would like a few of those potions that help you understand things.
So, yes, I could. Yeah. I could.
Or
Think.
why don't you have Arcelia or me teach you?
It's
If you do not-
faster.
It is faster, but we can
It
still
will-
read together.
It will leave you weaker physically. Is that something that you are wanting?
It's only 10 minutes, and if we are westing, I can learn more. I can feel like you all can help in another direction other than smashing things and breaking things and hurting others.
We are doing a flowers for Algernon, but it is for it is for you. All right. Well, let's yeah, of course. I don't see why I shouldn't be able to do that. It will cost you.
What do you need? Resources, parts.
I would like some of your blood.
That doesn't seem like a fair price, Kumo.
All right. Well, I guess I will hoard all of the schmarts for myself and my little brain.
Well, in the meantime, I suppose for now I will probably go about making sure that we are sufficiently prepared, yes? Fill up the old bag of holding with some provisions and things like that. Probably sell some of the things. We picked up some very useless things that we're not going to need, like those the incense burner things. Those are gigantic.
The brushers.
Were they braziers? I don't know. They were just gigantic
Incense
and barely
burners.
fit. Yes. So I assume we're not going to use incense burners, really.
They're just like ostentatious ways to burn incense.
Yes. Unnecessary. So I will sell that.
Extravagant. Opulence.
We also have a few other things that we could potentially sell, but I think perhaps we start with the incense burners since we have 4 of them. I don't know if anyone's going to buy those, to be honest with you, but we also do have the collection of books, but I would prefer us to read through those, perhaps?
Why don't we sell
are
that?
talking about reading books now.
Why don't we sell that thing that with the whatever the gloves and hat thing? You said it sold for a good bit. We need supplies.
Well, the gloves are very powerful, that I will need some time, but I might be able to get to use.
But we do all need to survive.
Yes, we'll be able to buy our supplies without selling everything.
Do you know the prices of these supplies?
No, but they can't be that much. Do you want to sell the cape that you have as well? That is also worth quite a lot.
If I need
For the
to,
mantle?
I will for the party.
Yes, and I will for the party as well, if we need to. But if we
Great.
can use a tool that is going to help us, I'm going to use it.
Question. Am I still making a vaccine? Do we still need this? Or is Arcelia mostly better?
It seems that her body's recovered quite well.
So I don't need to make a vaccine?
No, we are good.
Oh, good. All right. Excellent. Get rid of all that shit. Excellent.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and leave and get things sold and buy stuff. So I will see you all in a bit.
You sure you don't want to, I mean, just a little blood?
No. And then I will stomp off.
Not even to feel smart again?
I'll sit in the corner and try to look at books.
Looking at them upside down and
Be better if you could read those things, huh?
No,
Well-
turn my back.
All right.
okay. So Yara
some of the stuff
Yes.
that Isandon recommended. Probably the only thing you don't have are I mean, you can make an argument for the clothing. I mean, you guys, I don't know if each of you has you got your furs from Smiling Wolves. But you don't really have like winter clothing per se. So you could potentially get that. You could also get, do they have crampons in this game? Crampons.
We don't have any climbing. I'm looking in my inventory. I don't
We
see
have climbing
gear.
You got 2 sets of climbing gear.
We also have fly.
Oops. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I didn't mean to
Probably
do that.
food.
Yeah, food and stuff like that. Actually, let me see, because I think they have winter clothing specifically. Winter. Bobo, you hungry? My cat is ready to eat. Sorry, folks. I need to stop what I'm doing and feed her immediately.
Right, meow.
What's her food
How
time?
dare you, actually? How dare you not come up with the cat first?
Yeah, I should have. I totally spaced on the time. Let's see. So you've got 2 climbing kits. You have a 4-person pup tent. You've got a regular pup tent. You know that Sakuwachi, Snowy Owl's group, also has their own supplies. You have flint and steel. You got torches. The only reason I'm helping you with this, by the way, is
It's
just
a lot.
because it's a lot, and Isandon would have advised you. You got flint and steel. You got rope. You got climbing stuff. You got bed rolls. I don't know how many of you have bed rolls, but that would also be useful to have, because the pup tent is just a tent. It's not like sleeping stuff. You just have the
I
tent.
used to have one. I don't see it here.
I think
but-
some of you used some of your bedrolls for
Yes.
like impromptu things. So
no,
that's-
my bedroll's in the in one of the storages.
Yeah, there's one. I see one bedroll in here.
Yeah, there's one in mine and one in Orostok's.
As far as like regular winter clothing, just trying to find comparable prices because they don't have regular winter clothing here. Oh, cold weather. They just name it differently. Okay. Easy peasy. It's 4 silver per set of winter clothing.
Oh, perfect. Yes, I'll be picking that up for everyone. So that's 5 sets. So this would be
So
20
20.
silver. So that's 2 gold, right?
Yep.
Get rid of that. Get rid of that. All right. So
Should I have done a sleep through Foundry?
Yeah, you can do that. So
Right.
if you
Rest for the night?
it's a little bed icon on
Got
the
it.
top left of your sheet.
Got it.
You can all do that.
excellent. Yes, and while I'm out, obviously I would be buying all of those supplies and also trying to sell, first of all, those incense burners, because we don't really need those.
Okay. Yeah, so typically you can assume that you would sell those at half price. So you
Yes,
can
of
sell
course.
you can get 200 gold pieces for those.
200. All right. And I don't know what people might want from the shops or anything like that, so I'll just let them go shopping at some
Well,
point.
we can assume that you made a list or something before you left
Mhm.
as well. So if anybody needs anything from the shops, those are still available on the actors page under the Liepestad merchants. The only thing that is closed is Alara's elixirs. That's good and destroyed, unfortunately. At least for a week. Burn that fucking place down. That was the best shop here too. Double crit fail on that one. That was a double, right?
I can't remember. I know it was.
I think it was a double. Yeah. But
Excellent.
otherwise, you have Calder's Provisions, you got Iron Hand's Forge, and you got Varen's Curiosities. So anything that you might need from those places, make sure you pick it up.
Where is it? Oh,
It's under Actors, and then the Liepestad Merchants.
And for the food, the crampons, and things like that, do you have any idea about how much I would be spending?
So the crampons, I'm gonna say, are just part of the winter set.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the snowshoes and things like that.
Yeah.
Right. And food and water, I would probably be trying to get dried meats, dried fruit.
Yeah.
I know we have some sort of
Yeah, Rostock
things in the
has
bag.
yeah.
but they taste terrible. So
It's like protein cubes, you know?
hmm
It's like the food from the Matrix.
There are potions you probably would need.
Yes, we do have a lot of potions at the moment, but we can't really get anything from Alara's, so there are some staves that might be beneficial to Rostock, but I cannot speak for him.
There's also potions available in Calder's Provisions, just as an FYI. So there's a bunch of potions there. If you want to look through those, that's fine. They have a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. But we're not going to turn this into a shopping episode. So, unless you are heading out today, you guys can rest for the night and decide on what you're doing for the next day here. So, assuming that you buy what you might need. Oh, the snowshoes are 10 gold? Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh, shit!
It does say that there are only 2 available as well.
Okay. Wow. I would have totally lumped those in. Holy shit. 10
That's
gold.
exactly why I put them there. So I will buy them. Oh, it says I come up short, but... Oh, it's because it's not in the stash, the coins. Let me put the 200 in there. I'll take it out of mine. But anyway, we can continue.
Okay. So... you all rest for the night. For the first time in a while, it's probably a pretty peaceful sleep. Unless you imagine yourselves struggling with the things that have come to pass throughout today. It's one of the most restful sleeps that you have had in quite some time otherwise. So you can imagine that you have awoken fairly refreshed. And you can smell the smells of breakfast wafting through the manor. Otherwise, you begin to wake for the day, doing your morning preparations and stuff, refocusing and what have you. What do you do?
I'm just
Well, go on.
I'm just sharpening my axe, just doing daily stuff. Maybe a workout somewhere else away from everyone and loosening up. And I don't know, bandaging old wounds and just rehearsing words in my brain, and that's about it.
Well, I am starting to try to chart our course with anyone that is able to help me with that, because I know nothing about any of this. Trying to make all our provisions, making sure that everyone is ready for such a thing. Making sure we have all of the supplies that we need as well, since I don't want to plague anyone else with it. I will be praying for the next few days, up into the Shutterwood as well, in order to try and gain some magics in order to go ahead and protect us from the cold as well, should we need it.
Karun is just got a bunch of fluid and a lot of glassware and is pushing some of it into other vessels, and I'm having the lizard hold some of it sometimes, trying to create a mineral-rich environment for potential new companion.
Your new companion, does anybody know what it is you're planning here?
No,
Okay.
the lizard does, but the lizard doesn't care.
Alrighty. Otherwise, Olwen probably lets you all know that breakfast is ready, and you can smell there's probably some sausage and bread and fruit and stuff. Maybe some potatoes, eggs.
I'll go down and have my fill.
Indeed. So, do we have anything other than what we're doing presently planned? Because I am just making sure we're ready to go, but we still have lots to look into in this manner, do we not?
Oh, yes. And I have brought along a little surprise for any potential invisible people who may try to turn us into punching bags.
Oh.
A little trick, a tricksy little jape I will conduct upon their bodies, their tiny fleshy bodies.
What?
I don't know. I have no idea, but I trust it's useful.
It is a
Indeed.
sparkling vial of glowing fluid. And the idea is that you just throw it at them, and then you can see them.
Very good. Very good.
Wonderful. All right. Well, I trust that it will work, much like Malavik. Excellent. So, do we wish to continue downstairs and see the rest?
Oh, yes.
Of the sewer?
Most certainly.
Investigate that. Was it a circle? I saw insignias. I didn't get close enough to see the rest.
It was a ritual circle summoning, maybe.
Yes, it looked like some sort of magical ritual, certainly.
I see. Interesting. Well, I will make my spell preparations so that we are good to go. And I will go ahead and I'll step off for a moment, and I'm going to cast Vital Beacon upon myself as well as False Vitality. So I'll apply that effect when I get the moment. Yeah. The 10 temporary hit points. There we go. Are you all ready then?
Arcelia
Yes.
sort of does a little bit of a stretch.
Good to go. There's hardly any
Excellent.
phlegm at all.
Oh, that is good to hear. All right.
Literally. See?
Oh. Very good.
Good to see you up.
It's good to be up, Malavik. It's all thanks to Yara.
Your body is quite a marvelous thing. And I pause for a moment at what I just said.
She squishes her boobs together.
In that, gods, in that you've recovered so quickly, I would not have had the same luxury as you recall on our trip here. Anyway,
She smiles.
downstairs, yes?
I'll be
go.
waiting by the door.
So, which door are you taking? Which way are you going? The way that
Seems
you
like-
first went and through the lecture hall, Or the...
We have doors there that we
Yeah.
can access the rest of the area, right? Unless you think something else, Malavik or Celia or anyone. Karoo.
No, I mean, we haven't opened up all the doors in the other way, that's for sure. Those doors, I think, may lead to the other side of the sewer area, closer to the ritual circle.
Yes, excellent. I will follow your lead.
Well, I mean, we go with the trails of dead carcasses and decay, or we go the trail of the doctor's rooms.
The rooms.
All right, then. Then I will place by Elduin and ask him if he wanted to come along. Or is he going to stay up and make sure everything up here is good to go?
I think Olwyn would say, I think after what you have seen thus far, it is best if I look over the staff and make sure that nothing else comes out. I think Snowy Owl will pipe up and say, I think it is best if I stay up here as well, just to make sure that none of them are injured if something does escape.
You also should probably let your let Denigi and the others know what is going on.
I have already filled them in.
No. That's good. Well, I guess we are going to be as prepared as we can be.
So,
And we'll walk to the door.
what's the consensus? You going the back way, or are you going the way you went in first?
I would say the back way.
Okay.
Did we find any sort of doors in the back way going outward? Because I didn't notice any.
Not that.
I mean,
We just had that brick
I
wall.
don't think we looked. I think we kind of stopped, yeah?
All we saw was the wall that looked different, like it was new. There were no other rooms, if I recall.
Oh, I mean, I don't
It
know.
was just the sleep
I didn't look
chamber,
in. I only
the-
looked in one room, so
Up to you guys. You tell
that's
me.
why I asked if we was
I would
which way you
I
guys
would like
went.
to go further into where the invisible creatures were.
Okay.
Yeah,
We just
we'll
sort
check
of
it out.
stopped. So let's go check that out.
Yes, we could check it out. I just don't recall seeing anything else, so we'll have to look for something. Is what I'm saying.
Very
There was
well.
more to it. We stopped. Right?
There were no other doors. It was just the wall.
Oh,
To my knowledge.
I understood that there was more to this room. Perhaps I was wrong.
Arashtak will cast light on somebody.
Me, please.
Okay. Cast it on
Thank
her.
you.
There you go. Drag that spell effect onto yourself. Okay.
Ow! Ow!
I guess I'll go in a room where the invisible things were and look to see if there's anything on the wall that you could press to open up a door of some sort or a hidden passage.
Get through this door in here. This is only a closet or something?
This wall right here was it smells different. Could be a latch somewhere, a hidden button. It'd be kind of strange the doctor didn't have a way to access his other stuff from here.
It would be.
I can do a quick search. I didn't look fully. I just know that this wall was not here before. Maybe the renovations.
Very well. Make a perception check. Yeah. Malavik, you just kind of feel along the wall. There is one of the newer bricks you can see is different, and it's sort of sat in the older bricks. So it's like you can notice it fairly easily. You just kind of feel around and you feel like it has some give to it. You push, And the door opens.
As I thought. Yeah.
Bunch of like cobwebs kind of get cleared out of the way. But down to the south west, you can see a door open.
All right, let's do it.
You want to go first?
I
Karun
push
leads
through.
the way.
Yeah, I push
Keep
through.
going.
Karun, you as you begin to push through, you can see kind of like a familiar looking space. This kind of like sewer area.
Yes, I recall. Yeah, I've
Right.
been here before. We all have.
Keep going up and then to the right. I believe you may
Yes.
find what you're looking for, but be careful. It can be activated.
Even though I'm not doing it very well because I'm trying to control too many things, we can assume that Arcelia is behind you, Malavik.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
There.
So to the right over here, there's a creepy circle.
Yes. That's
Should
the
we
one.
investigate the creepy circle?
We
We
did
should
not
probably-
already. We should.
Or we should go have a little look, yes? Or not.
No, I believe we should get a look, but I would let a Rostok probably detect magic from a certain area
Hmm.
before you
idea.
just walk in. And
Yeah, good idea.
All right. Let me hop down. I will have a look.
And Arashtak raises up his arms. You see the mosquitoes start to fly out, and they begin to change color past a certain distance as Arashtak says,
Oh yes, there is definitely some magic. I will have to get closer, however.
I will
Let us
follow
not
behind
let
the
him go
Rostok
alone. Yes, yes.
closely.
Arashtak immediately says,
Wait, hold on. That is definitely magical.
Mm-hmm.
The big glowing circle in the room?
Yes.
And it's active, yes?
Oh yes.
Oh.
this room appears to have been some kind of large reservoir at some point. But today, this rectangular pool is empty. These iron gates that you kind of climb over to get in here are rusted, and they are clearly battered. You can see that there's various tunnels leading out of this place, and there is a 10-foot diameter, what appears to be some kind of magical circle.
I would like to make a suggestion if it would be taken. Is everyone
right.
okay with me making a suggestion?
Yes, you
Yes.
wanted to ask. to
Make
It's
me.
You
very
tested it.
rare.
Just ask, just say it.
Okay, well, it's
Say
very
it.
rare that.
Sorry, I am excited.
It's very rare that we have this opportunity to set up before something attacks us. So I would like to make a suggestion of a strategic plan of attack or defense. This area is narrow, which is bad for us. No way to run. Or no way to position ourselves. I would like to help Rostok and you, Karun, get on the higher ground. For bombardment if need be, maybe even Yara. To get up on these, it's about 5 feet in the air. 7, 5. There's pillars, so I would probably assume they'd be taller.
Oh, the room itself is tall, but like this is, you got to imagine this is the
This-
equivalent of a catwalk, right? Around the reservoir.
So how high up are these?
5 feet.
Okay. I would help Rostok and Karun get up on the these areas.
Definitely. Yeah,
wherever they
no,
wanna be.
no problem with that at all. Right up there.
Yeah. And help Arashtak get to wherever he wants to be on top.
I can climb up.
Mm.
Begins to climb up. You'll all notice it's starting to get cold in here.
We need to hurry.
Some sort of draft.
Doesn't feel windy in here.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I'm actually making a potion.
Do you want to get up, Yara? No.
Yes,
If not, that's
yes.
fine. You can stay down with us.
No, it is
Oh.
all right. I will go closer to Orashtok, though, just so that I'm close to him if he needs me.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
I'm making a potion,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm taking it.
Okay. Are you using your quick alchemy to do this?
Using the last infused reagent I have.
Right, but you can use quick alchemy or you can use your normal preparation, but the normal preparation that you do in the morning is longer. That's why I'm asking. So if you're using your quick alchemy, that's fine.
Yeah, just a quick alchemy.
Okay.
And I'm taking
Lime
that.
begins to form at the edges and corners of this room.
This isn't normal. Arashtak, is there any pre-spells that you can do? I feel something coming.
Beyond reactionary sort of spells, not really.
How do we get rid of magic circles?
Well, I can cast Dispel Magic. Should I? I thought we were trying to study this.
You are, but I feel like something is but it may be too late.
There is a droplet that sort of drips near the magic circle.
I'm gonna
Sort
look
of
up.
thick black tar-like substance.
That's alive. That thing is alive. I know it is. It's alive. That's a creature. Yep. Told you.
As
That's
you
gross.
see
Mm-hmm. Oh,
something begin to drip down
hate that.
What the fuck is that?
from
That looks sick.
this ceiling.
Is that a
Mm.
dragon? Mm.
It is not.
No.
Is it the ghost?
It's huge. It's bigger than the
Please
circle.
be a ghost.
It does not appear ghostly in form, from what you can see.
Sounds like muck.
But as you look at this thing, it somehow you get the sense that it is looking at you. And it begins to speak.
Ooh. Hello, little guy.
I recognize you.
Which? Who?
All of you.
Oh. Well, then you have us at a disadvantage. Who are you?
You, I promise. We'll be with Osoyo again soon. Do not worry.
What?
It has been some time.
And who are you? I say from the back.
I suppose you can call me Ogmanzorius?
Apusarus?
I think he said Ogmazorius.
Officorius.
This creature has a sort of alien look to it. It is roiling tangles of shadowy black tentacles, glistening ectoplasmic blubber, and dozens of pale, lidless eyes. As it speaks, it sort of feels like it's this tinny, almost like multiple people speaking in your head at once.
Were you the one aiding the doctor in his experiments?
Yes, I remember you. You'll find one of the Blessed Ones contained beyond the 3 vault doors. It will be able to hasten your return if you so desire it. Alas, you may need to search for the combination. I do not recall its detail.
You are helping us?
Of course. What else would I do?
Well, I trust him implicitly.
Now you said
Finally,
this is,
someone around here is willing to help us. Of course. Good.
You said their voice is kind of echoing in our minds. So they are not making any sort of facial movements, or are they?
Correct.
So there's no way to read intent, really.
What do you know of the frost whale, then?
You need to begin your search. You will find one of the Blessed Ones. It is
Says the same thing.
contained 3 vault doors.
This is a trial, again. A dangerous one. The Hawk doesn't even speak to me. This one may be blocking him. Normally I'd be warned before something like this happens. You have to be cautious. I don't think this is an obstacle we could just walk over like the others.
I will look to Arashtok and cast message. And I will ask, Arashtok, darling, do you have any idea what this creature is?
I do not. It is definitely some kind of magic, though. Creature, you said your name was Osmongorius? Ogmanzorius?
Yes.
We wish to reunite with Osoyo, as you say. This blessed one that you speak of. It will help us do this?
Yes. It will hasten your return.
That's what bugs me. But return. Return to where?
That is a very good point. In what manner do you mean return? Details are a little foggy.
Yes, they are. find
Ah,
the Blessed One.
right.
Yes, behind the 3 vault doors. Yes, I see.
Okay. Which door do we start at then? Other doors here.
There is a sort of undulation from this creature. The tentacles and such start to list towards the east.
Never a dull time, is it?
Oh, it certainly is not.
I want to go ahead and get away from this as soon as possible. Make the decision.
Arcelia pipes up and says, well, okay.
What do we do, Arcelia?
Look, it's... Never mind.
Have you got any snooze?
The tentacles just sort of undulate towards the east. More of this thick, tar-like slime drips down.
Well, I look to all of you.
Snooze that way.
It seems as though Arcelia may know something, but maybe not the right time to tell us. Whatever it is. I guess we should.
She's
follow.
blushing like a little bit.
I cast
Oh.
message. Arcelia, what is going on, darling?
It's just been a while since, never mind.
Arcelia!
Then to the east we go.
Yep, I suppose so.
I will. God, I forgot we were bonded. Anyway, I will definitely.
Yeah, there's a
go
few.
to the
There's a
east.
few images
Yeah.
that run through your head. Whoa!
But I'm going to go get some snooze, so I'll be going this way. Out to the east.
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm
Karun,
just-
don't go by yourself.
Alright.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
saying
going
over this way, I'll just...
As we walk, I would like to peer to my left and glance to see if I can notice anything to that northern passage.
Sure. Yeah. Up there you can see there's a wider room to the north with some kind of dead end. You can also see another one of those sewer grate type gates that again you see more newer looking brick from where you are, and there is what appears to be like a some kind of metal bridge.
Interesting, alright. I will continue onward.
I'll go in front of Arcelia. Make it easier for you. I have to. Let's do this. It's up to
As-
Karun.
Yeah, as you begin to leave, you can see the liquid sort of turn back into a puddle of tar-looking substance.
Let us scuttle,
Like-
let us scuttle.
I like that guy.
There's a door here. You said
What?
3 vault doors, right?
Oh yeah.
Down to the south, you can see sort of a circular-looking room. Sort of a dead end there, but there does appear to be some, like, supplies and things that you can see.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check that out. What's going on over here? Down here?
There's
in this
also
little
another
corner?
room up towards the north as a heads up for later.
Can't move. I'm just gonna move so others can move. Otherwise, I'm gonna be at lookout more than anything.
Okay.
If you
I
use your
will
arrow keys, you can
notice-
go past me.
Sure. The dry sewer tunnel dead ends at an equally dry pool with ledges to either side. The western ledge is empty, but the eastern ledge is cluttered with carpentry and bricklaying supplies, along with a workbench. The brick wall to the south looks newer than the surrounding walls.
About to workbench myself a skateboard for this sick half-pipe. Brah.
Go ahead and make me a perception check. There's a link in their chat there, Karun.
Perception. Perception.
Whatchamacallit?
Ooh. So, you made a critical success on this secret roll.
yes, let's go.
Natural
says that,
20
yeah.
critical success. You rolled a 32 on that.
Amazing.
Karun, you notice a sheet of paper that's slid off the desk and lies almost hidden against the wall by the table's leg.
Hey guys, there's a piece of paper hidden almost entirely by the table's leg.
This sheet contains what appears to be a complex diagram of a 3-door locking mechanism. Interpreting this will require another roll. You can
Malefic, look, it's got pictures.
You can either do an engineering lore check or a thievery check.
Ooh,
Let me see that. You can do the thievery check if need be.
hang on. Are you a better thief than I am? Oh, probably, yeah. I don't have any lore skills. I like the thought that Karun just had a concussion at some point and has no concept of lore. Yeah, here you go. It's a bunch of pictures. Look, they're pretty.
One thing I do know, I know. Does it show a diagram of a lock? You said?
Oh yeah, it's a
Oh,
complex.
then I would know this.
Yeah, it's a
I mean,
complex three lock mechanism.
There's one thing I
Hey-
studied was locks.
Hey,
so
Malefic. Hey, Malefic. Just, out of curiosity, you got any
No.
blood for me there, big guy?
Unfortunately for you, I understand this completely. This is a
Alright.
complex lock you see here. The 3 mechanical doodads, they all come together.
You can make a thievery check for me, Malevic. It's in the chat there.
And while they're doing that, I'm looking at this door. I'm not touching it, but I'm observing.
Wait, did I do the right one? Can I re-roll that?
You
Since it's not hidden?
you did make the right roll. You just didn't roll very
Oh.
well.
Okay, can I re-roll it?
You can spend a hero point and re-roll it.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Absolutely.
There we go.
Much better.
Yeah. Okay. So, you begin to understand the mechanics for how to open these doors. It is a series of combination locks. Having this diagram going to make things quite a bit easier for you to try and crack them.
Yeah. I will, as we're walking and stuff, I'll be looking at this and studying this and trying to memorize things just in case something happens to the diagram. Very intrigued by it. I guess you will see me have a level of understanding and patience, and the way I'm speaking about the locks a lot different than anything else. What else did you find? This is very interesting. Kinda makes sense.
That's what I found. Yeah, there you go.
3 vault doors, 3 locks. This should help us.
Karun, there's also a desk to check through here.
Oh, I will certainly be checking through it.
Okay. Ah, okay.
For some reason, I am perceiving it perfectly. I'm adding every ounce of scrap metal and wood to my mind palace.
Sure. As you open the desk, there are some notes inside. As you begin to look through,
Yes?
you can see a casual mention of, now that my little fire did the job on the river, I've finally got total control of the family finances.
Oh.
These notes appear to be linking Dr. Ritalson to the riverboat fire that resulted in the deaths of his family and several others of Liepestad's authorities.
Damn.
Well,
Well,
I'm trying to come up with something funny about it, but Liepestad is reeling from a mass murdering psychopath who is also now an arsonist, according to these. So,
who is this person?
it's Dr. Ritalson, who's
perfect.
committing arson,
Wow.
killing a lot of people.
You should probably hold on to that. We should probably give that to...
Not very hard of him to do that. I'll
Should
workshop that one.
We should give that one to Earl and...
Pretty cool, actually. No, that... No.
Are you taking the notes? Are you leaving them? What are you doing?
100% I'm taking the notes. Yes, I'm taking the notes.
Okay, you should be able to just drag that into your inventory or into the stash, whichever you prefer.
Yeah,
We can use this for...
I can't see anything, actually, so... Don't know how to do
The
that.
chest is directly under Malavik.
Oh,
My bad.
I still can't... I still can't see it, because...
Double click it.
I can't... Oh, I see. I could only see like a tiny little sliver. Okay.
And I don't see the diagram anywhere, but I guess...
So you can just drag the notes directly into your inventory.
Alright, I will do just that.
There you go.
We can use this for leverage. And we talk to Liepestad authorities and possibly be able to, well, get help on our journey somehow. It'll clear the names of some people and maybe even hand over the manor to those that work here. Just a thought. I don't know how these things work. Legal lore.
It's one of those random bits that Malavik just knows.
Random facts.
Yeah. Legal facts with Malavik. Little 5 minute, like a little 5 minute podcast Malavik does.
Put on my glasses, my pencil.
For some reason, he can't read like half of the books, but like
can
he
read a
knows.
contract.
Yeah. I've known people like that.
TOS, no problem. 130 pages easy. All right, so those are good finds. Good job.
Anyway, is there anything else inside of the...
That's it.
No?
All right. I'm assuming y'all did not hear anything? We were up here the whole
Yes,
time?
I've
Did you
been
come
at
with
the
us?
door observing it to see if there's anything unique about it, yes.
All right. I'll just relay over that I have a diagram that can unlock locks, and I understand it perfectly. And Karun found a disturbing letter about Dr. Ritalson, and we're going to keep it and hopefully use it as leverage to the authorities to help us on our journey later and hand over the manor to those that deserve it here.
I can't say that I'm surprised.
Owen said as much as well.
This will
Yes,
validate
it's
the
true.
old man's theories then.
Old one was looking for proof. We have it.
Indeed.
All right. Well,
Arun, are you coming?
Yes, just counting every tiny sliver of wood that is being used for joinery in this amazingly crafted desk, which is lying in ruins over here. I will remember it for the rest of my life. The only thing that I have ever perceived perfectly.
That's understandable.
Anyway, where are we?
In front of a door, if anyone wants to also take a look at it, I suppose, make sure there's no traps or magic or anything.
Well, seems like everything here has magic on it, so we probably should check it for magic. 0 for how many doors we have when it comes to physical traps.
Go ahead, listen.
Very well.
Rashtak detects magic, and he says,
The door is clear.
Well, maybe we should push on it.
Would you like to lead the way?
I will
Mr. Beefcake, and I smack
take a
your
breath,
muzzle.
and I will just take a finger and push Yara on the shoulder. 'Cause I've never done it before, and I just want to test the beacon before I go in. Does it work?
My vital beacon. Oh, are you trying to trigger healing when you're full HP?
I'm not full HP. That's why I'm pushing on you.
I would have healed you overnight. Yes, I was treating wounds all night.
she said that.
Oh, okay. Then
Yes,
I'll
I
just
made rolls
correct it
too.
myself.
You just never. Yeah, it's all right.
All right.
I like the thought of Malevich going up to you like, kiss my boo-boo, and there's nothing wrong. I will give you
wrong
all
with
we want
you?
Hello Kitty or SpongeBob.
I'm almost visualizing like the trick kisses on TikTok. You know, when people are like,
Oh,
"Hey, can
yeah.
you just smell my ear real quick?" You know, like one of those. And like, "Whoa, oh, I got you! Oh,
Harassment.
such a surprise!"
You would
I
also
will-
definitely see there's a slight glow that happens every time I do my vital beacon, so it is absolutely active.
Okay, I will test the knob and make
Ow,
sure
why
that
did you poke me?
just
You're much stronger than I am. Beefcake. Smacks again on the shoulder.
the door opens. Okay.
See a long, small hallway leading to
God,
these.
all right. I think of The Shining every time I see a hallway like this.
Red
hallway.
rum.
Yeah, the twins are just sitting there. I guess I will go in.
There's an old lady in my bathtub.
No!
Scary. Right, I will go down the hallway slowly, one step at a time.
Very well. Celia follows.
2 doors.
I'll file
East and
in
south.
behind Arcelia.
Rashtak follows behind Yara.
No locked doors as of yet.
You can see that there is a door at the end of the hall, and on your right, Malevich, there appears to be a big steel door.
Yeah. Seems like this door will lead to a bigger area, which I'm assuming is the goal. The other door seems to be same build, more narrow. My gut is telling me to not go the correct way.
Right, just prior to us doing anything at all other than what we've already done, how do we feel about that gigantic undulating creature that told us we need to hasten our way to a soil? I have all kinds of bad thoughts about that.
You got bad vibes from that? Because I trust him implicitly.
Well, I
Out of all
typically
of the
don't
people
trust
who've-
dripping oil monsters.
Is it just because he is drippy? Is that why we are being like this?
What?
Because he's the only one who has not tried to kill us down here.
Why get your hands dirty when everything else can kill you? But anyway,
Right.
he said hasten our return. It would hasten our return to do whatever we're doing. At least this is
To
where I heard it.
Soyo. So
And he seems to have a hookup for Schnooze, so I'm on the goopy monster side of things.
So which door are we going through? The large steel one that's very uninviting, or the one that's across from us that is seems partially normal?
let's try the normal first. Just my suggestion.
Rushtuck, does it cost you anything to test these doors?
Depends on how I test them. If you mean using the detect magic spell, it costs me nothing.
Okay, I would be more comfortable if you did it on both.
Very well. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Yes, darling. Yes.
Excuse me. Front or back? Okay,
Go
I
get
will
them,
go in the
Lizard.
front.
Go get them.
Yes.
All right.
You see this pulse of mosquitoes spread out once again.
The door ahead does not have any magic upon it. And
That's good.
it does not appear that the vault door has either.
All right.
That's
Then I
just
guess we'll
good.
check this one then. Let's see if it's locked.
So I imagine Malvik. That was such a frank reaction. That was a frank reaction. 100%. Amazing.
What's in there?
What is it?
What's in there? Malevich, what's in there?
No. I don't say anything. I just walk to the back.
What is wrong, Malevich?
Some doors don't need to be opened.
What is it?
You can look for yourself. I have
I
no
will take a
explanation.
peek.
Yeah. You can click on the door. It'll open up.
I'm holding on to Arcelia.
Yes, beyond. As you open the door, Yara. This trapezoidal room seems to be some sort of trophy hall. To the north and south of the door, several humanoid skulls are mounted on stands. In the northeast corner looms a huge, white-furred, horned humanoid, while to the southeast sits a diorama of a strange city surrounded by 6 stone spires. The largest display, however, is to the east. An immense, flickering image of shadow and smoke that looks vaguely like a whale. A whale with tentacles and far too many eyes.
I glance back.
And this is why I didn't want to go through there. But I guess I'll do my job anyway. I'll walk in.
Celia follows.
Oh,
Yes.
So that's what it looks like.
oh.
Wait a minute. It favors that creature we just saw, right? They have unique
Not
features
exactly.
that are the same. Oh, okay.
Different. This is much more whale-like with lots of
Oh,
tentacles.
well, yeah, but I meant like,
it
do
could
they
be.
seem like shadowy or whatever?
Let's put it this way. Make a nature check for me, Malvik.
Okay. Nature's not nature. Oh god. Okay. Yeah, plus. I don't know what the fuck that is.
12. Yeah, they're just two really creepy-looking things.
Oh, Soyo. That whale. I'm assuming.
There is magic there.
He
There's-
points.
Oh.
He points to the whale.
I glance back because I'm looking at this diorama and trying to see if I recognize it or if I remember it from any of our visions or anything like that.
So,
Oh.
first and foremost, I will take an occultism check on that. Oops, I'm sorry. I just had Malavik selected. That's why that happened. But I think that'd still work in the chat there.
All right.
Just click me for
Occultism.
Yara, you're not sure.
We're all seeing this.
Just
I
point
will-
out, Yara got a nat 1 on a secret roll.
Oh damn.
Son of a biscuit.
I will point at the this. I will look at the skulls. That's the most disturbing thing in here.
Sure.
And I will say, well, second most disturbing. And I will
Malavik?
say,
The tops on the skulls appear as if they can be removed.
Yep.
that's what I figured. There are 6 skulls here.
To the north and the south.
On the both pillars there's 6. Now, there was mentioned of a sacrifice 1, but there are 6, and there are also 6
Here's
of those.
something interesting, though. Now, I imagine as everyone's sort of spread out here, Orashchak is pretty interested, I would imagine, in the whale. Haroon, you've kind of migrated up to the north there.
Yeah.
You recognize a name here, Karoon, underneath one of these skulls.
Oh.
It's from a while ago now. Bolin Nagasa.
Oh, hey, look, it's Bolin. Oh.
Oh, I don't know that.
What? I say, accidentally probably knocking something over. Is Bolin?
Yeah, look, it's, well, you know, was Bolin.
He was in the first world last we had him, correct?
Yep.
How did he... We didn't bring the remains with us.
Does the skull seem like it's real, or is it a reproduction?
Seems very real. You don't have to make a roll for it.
Well,
Say, I can't make heads or tails of this. Does anybody recognize... Oh, that's a horrific...
just trying to head you off there.
I point down at all of the spires. I can't figure that out.
6 spires, 6 skulls. I wonder how many times they tried to do something with that.
Do I recognize any other names on the skulls? Just
do not.
Bolin.
Yeah.
That's too bad. I rather liked Bolin.
It was bowling.
He was an eco-terrorist,
The what?
Who
according to
ended up
some.
atoning for his ways and assisting us in the first world, and dying for it.
Yeah, I was
Dying
rather
in the
on his
first
side,
world.
actually.
Indeed.
How did he end up here if he died in the first world?
That is a good question.
I'm just going to
Was
make an
Bolin-
assumption.
Was Bolin also a Gatewalker?
He was. If I recall
Well,
correctly,
then-
I believe he had a mark.
Then we were probably at some point supposed to end up on a pedestal like this.
I think that is a safe assumption, Karun.
I also would like to assume that the doctor has been in contact with Asoyo, and Asoyo has been probably, well, assisting the doctor. It's too much information in here that's from our visions for it not to be just a coincidence.
Orashchak, darling, you are staring quite hard at that Do you make anything of it?
It is a spell of some kind. An illusion spell, I believe.
He begins to like look underneath where this whale is.
These are scroll cases. I am intrigued. I wish to look inside.
Rostok sort of begins to look them over.
Malevich, can you see if they are trapped?
Yes. I will look.
Make a perception check.
Oh my, I'll re-roll it. $31.
Duh, these are just scroll cases.
Seems fine.
Rostok begins to open them up. Unfurls them.
Yes, this explains it. This is a scroll of illusory object. I believe they were used to create this image of this whale.
Do you think that is the likeness then of Osoyo?
It would make the most sense. Yes. I am not quite sure why the doctor would do this. But I will take the scrolls that are here regardless.
Is there anything that we could take of the spires? Because this is you said it's a diagram or a map?
It's
It is.
diorama. It's like
Yes.
a big, like 10 foot by 10 foot diorama.
Don't move anything until Rashtak or Karun or anyone looks at this.
Oh, I'm not going to touch it.
Yes, I will have a look.
I'll look too.
I will place a hand on Rashtak and grant him guidance as well.
Okay. Secret roll. Critical success.
Oh, I see.
Ah.
This is interesting. These 6 towers. They are spires. Surrounding some sort of site. A hexagonal pyramid. It is familiar. This is something we have seen before. I believe these are the nameless spires. This is some sort of model of the nameless spires.
I believe I understand what went on here. Could be wrong, but whatever the doctor has done to the Gatewalkers to siphon information has possibly been collected in this room. What he planned to do to us.
It's troubling indeed, is it not? Well, we have identified Bolin. Perhaps we should all check and see if there's anyone the rest of us recognize.
Take some time looking through the names. You do not recognize anyone else.
I sigh a heavy sigh of relief.
Well, only one other thing to do then.
Indeed. And is there anything else in this room that we have not already searched?
Yeah,
Fucking
you saw.
Yeti.
Yeah, you saw Arcelia sort of checking out this thing to the north. Arcelia says, "It looks like the same sort of creature that the costume was made to resemble."
Right. Okay. And looking upon the model of this black frost whale, does anything stand out? Like any sort of points that look like they may be some sort of weakness? Any sort of things that are brighter? Anything that looks important?
No, this is also what appears to be the equivalent of a hologram, right?
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Yeah. It's a sort of translucent sort of image that's kind of moving about. You can see the tentacles slowly sort of moving, not really very naturally. You know, they're just kind of moving slowly, like undulating. But other than that, you don't see anything odd.
Oh. We can go check on that other door. There's also the area to the north as well. We have not looked
To the
out
north
yet.
where?
Back in the room with the oil creature thing.
Yeah. Well, his little wet tentacles pointed us this way. I don't know.
What's
if
the
we should-
creature's name again?
I believe its name was
Ogmensorius?
Ogmensorius.
You will not speak of Ogmensorius in such derogatory fashion. The friendliest Agathosaurus we've ever met.
Aside from all
Right.
the anyway.
And how helpful they were leading us here.
Yeah.
I think we are
Right.
seeing what we want to see with Aquasaurus.
You're not even saying their name correctly.
Aguatosaurus knows a lot about here, and we should probably try to pursue this friendship.
I'll leave that to you. Would you like to open the door now? Or no?
Sure.
Oh, so.
Okay. Take a deep breath.
You see a solid iron door sitting in this southern wall. Instead of a typical handle, the door features a single wheel in its center. At the center of the wheel is a dial numbered 1 to 50.
Well, I whip out my trusty diagram.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, it looks like, first I'll try, well, obviously I can't open the door, it doesn't have a handle. What do I, oh man. Okay.
Let me do that again. There you go. Make a thievery check here, Malavik. It is much
Go back
reduced.
to the others. Any special magical aid of some sort?
Yes, of course. I cast guidance upon you.
Okie dokie. Noink.
Make sure you put the immunity as well.
Yoink.
It's for an hour.
The check is in the chat there.
Yeah, I was clicking on guidance this time because I never do it. Yep, that's a failure.
17. Malavik's checking the diagram, spinning the wheel. Malavik, you immediately realize you turned the wrong way.
Just give me a moment though. Nervous. Do it again. It's a lot harder than I expected. Why, of all the doors being unlocked, this one is being over the top.
Just
Hey
take
man,
your
I'm not
time.
getting no. I thought I'd get some bonuses from diagram.
You are.
Oh, okay. Jesus, must be a hard knock.
Uh-huh. Basically, Malavik, this set of 3 locked vault doors are made so that if you fail one of them, and you only know this because you have the diagram, if you fail one of them while another one is open, they all
it
reset.
closes all. Well, everyone should probably camp out now. We might be here for a while.
Do you want, like, Karun to help you or something?
If she can, sure. But I will
Karun
warn you.
Karun, you can assist in this. This is a thing that is possible.
Well, I am not trained in thievery here, but I am.
Being
But I am
do it.
pretty. But I am pretty good at crafting.
That, unfortunately, is a different animal altogether.
Yeah. If it was something I could use my thieves toolkit on, it'd be a whole different story. But I can't do it.
Well, if you want me to society at it,
Talk to it.
I'm
Well-
all here.
They said we may need to search for the combination, so
I could intimidate
Oh.
it.
6? Are there 6 of everything in there? There's like
At least
6
three
skulls,
things.
6 spires. I mean, the Yeti had like what, 4 limbs? I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there. How many
I'm-
tentacles were there?
I am looking at the spires on this map. It appears there are 7. Am I hallucinating?
So
There are 7 circles.
there are 7 spires there.
Yeah, there are 7, so it would be like 6, 6, 7, right?
Well, how does this lock work,
So
Malavik?
apologies. There are 6 spires and 1 hexagonal pyramid.
All right.
Ah, pyramid must
There are
be in the
6
middle.
spires.
So, how does this lock work? Is it like a number combination?
Number combination.
You know the direction to turn, like for
Yeah.
each of the locks, Malavik.
Mm-hmm.
It's straight up like right, left, and then right.
Right, left, right.
Well, looking at the layout of this room, I mean, it's just a bunch of 6s. The Yeti has 4 limbs. I don't know if this is actually related, but perhaps it is. If you want to try 6.
It's the first lock. We can try anything. It only becomes a problem when we get to the second and third. If we fail, it will reset this whole thing. We're back to square one.
They said we may need to search for the combination. Perhaps it is also in that northern passage. I don't know. If this room isn't related, then...
But the good thing is, if it's a combination of numbers, once we know the first lock and the second lock, unless it changes every time, that I do not know.
And how many turns is it? Is it like 2? Is it 4? It's 3.
Each.
Right. I don't know. Try 666.
Okay.
What? It's 6 skulls,
I'll-
6 spires, 6 skulls.
I'll try that.
Okay. Turn the first lock.
And then take it to
6.
hot topic.
Turn it to 6.
It's a critical failure.
Malavik, you do not need to make a roll for this. The first
Oh,
one.
Okay. Well, 6 was a number. You wanna anything else?
Oh, for the first number, that was 6?
Apparently so.
Out of how many numbers?
How
Is
many?
it up to 50? Oh, shit. How many
Basically,
tentacles?
it's like a giant master lock, you know?
How many tentacles are on Osoyo over there?
Oh, a lot. I mean, you can physically just sit there and count them.
Yes.
They're there.
1... 12.
Yeah. I'm thinking it is probably also 666.
You want to try the other 6s? Come on. Give it a shot. Why not?
It would be strange if it wasn't, I think.
Disturbed. I will do that.
So you have to move to the next door, Malavik.
Wait, if I fail this lock, does it lock the door behind me?
Oh, no.
That's what you think.
Oh, we don't have any, like, thieves' hands or anything. Nobody's got any of that, right?
Oh yeah. I'll have to show someone how to turn the lock then. Well, it's a one-sided lock, or is it double?
There is a lock on this side as well.
Oh, okay, then I can just open it again. All right. You said 6. I'll try 6.
Try 6. Spinning this time to the left. One turn all the way around to 6. The door closes behind you.
Don't don't panic. I watched everything he did.
Don't touch it. I can do it from this inn.
Are you?
I don't know if they can hear me through the steel door.
You just hear.
What?
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 Don't open! Don't touch it!
Okay, well, don't open it and touch it.
I will spin it myself, and I will try. Let's see if it's on the other side. Do I have to go the opposite way?
Good question. I think because you got the diagram, yes, it has to go the opposite way.
That's what I thought. Okay, I will go the opposite way and hit 6.
Door opens.
So it's not 6.
I don't want to do that again. No, it's definitely not 6. There are 12 skulls in there, right?
Well, yes. Try 12 then.
I am definitely indeed claustrophobic. I will try 12.
Sure. Door opens.
That worked.
Oh.
So it was 6, 12, darling.
Multiples of 6.
Well,
Possibly.
maybe the next one is maybe 24.
Or maybe it's 18 if you're adding the spires.
18 is the one that looks like a stick, and then a squiggly.
Yes, look like.
I understand numbers.
Oh, sorry.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do the lock, now would I?
Of course. I'm only
I
helping.
would go to the irritatedly go to the right. No, let's see, right. I went right, left, right. Yeah, right. To 18.
Chunk. Door opens.
Hey.
Would you look at that, darlings? Mathematics saves the day.
Ahead
What's
of
in
you,
there?
Mathematics. Such
a
whatever.
15-foot wide cylinder of glass plates reinforced with iron looms at the center of this room, reaching halfway to the 30-foot high ceiling above. The cylinder stands 15 feet tall, filled nearly to the brim with murky green liquid. Through it, a shadowy shape can be seen floating deeper within. The cylinder is topped with a large metal hatch, sealed with 8 chains pulled tight around circumference.
Oh no.
Each chain's far end is affixed to a different stone pillar near the room's edge. Between the door and the cylinder is a wood and metal workstation from which 3 levers protrude. A small wooden coffer sits atop the workstation.
This is where my expertise goes to waste. Leave this to you all.
What is? Can anyone see?
Ahead of you, you see this massive cylinder. As each chain's far end is affixed to a different stone pillar near the room's edge, between the door and the cylinder is a wood and metal workstation from which 3 levers protrude. A small wooden coffer sits atop the workstation. What do you do?
Is that the blessed one behind the 3 vault doors we were discussing? What is that?
Is there something in the middle? I'm not.
There was a shadow.
Also looking at the thing next to us. Oh.
It's all right.
Oh.
You can come out. What are you? Who are you? Talking to the cylinder. I get a little closer.
Closer
Karun,
to
please
what?
be careful.
Psst, 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 psst. A little closer.
Yeah.
And there she
Begin to
goes.
approach.
Yeah.
Karun, be careful.
It's okay, it's alright. If there's anything like the Augmentosaurus outside, it's probably fine.
As you get closer, Karun, please give me a perception check.
Oh no.
Gods.
That's a 20.
It's really hard to see beyond the murk of this water. It's this sort of milky green soup in there, basically. But
Does it look
yeah.
mineral rich?
Yeah,
Oh,
sure,
okay.
sure. As you peer inside,
Uh-huh.
yeah, you put your face up on the glass.
I just want to get a little closer. I don't want to touch it.
Okay, sure.
But I do get very close.
Yeah. There is maybe some white fur, a purplish sort of hand. You see
Oh.
press against the glass for a second. It's large, the hand.
I do the free willy thing where I put my hand up on the glass to match it.
And it's at that point that bubbles begin to roil inside. And just for the barest of moments, Karun,
Uh-huh.
you see this.
Yep.
Ah, it's probably fine. It's probably fine.
The water roils, and beyond, inside, you hear. And you hear some kind of violent sort of reaction happening inside, beyond the glass. And you start to see cracks
That
forming.
wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was going to do that anyway. I didn't break it. But I do have some collection gear. I'm ready to take some of that mineral-rich fluid.
As
Share with me your
cracks
fluid.
begin to form, I think all of you start to see hints of this as well in the glass. I don't like it! I don't like it!
I immediately cast 3rd level protection on us all. That will affect each and every one of you.
I'm gonna leave.
I would like to see on the table if there's a way to kill it to abort the process of
Sure.
birthing it.
Karun
With the-
rushes over to the control station.
Oh.
Again, there's
Be
like,
fun.
yeah,
3
there's
levers.
yeah, there's 3 levers here. They are unlabeled.
Time to open it.
Was there a book on top of it? A manual?
There is a book on top. You begin to try to read it.
Oh yes.
Excellent. Karun begins to read the manual as more cracks begin to form in the glass.